to the Westport Library. Today's program will begin momentarily. Supported by Verso Studios, created locally and shared with the world.
Good morning, and welcome to the third workshop in this summer's Camp Explore series of STEAM programs. I am Margaret Pastel, and on the floor is Diana Granata, Youth Services Librarians at the Westport Library. And it is my pleasure to be here today with you and our presenter, Sharon Cooper, for a jewelry making workshop. I would like to thank Bud and Roz Siegel, whose generous support makes Camp Explore possible. Thanks to the Siegels, we are able to present Camp Explore workshops this summer covering a wide range of topics. And the remaining workshop is what I like to call our physics workshop, circus performance, and a workshop with Matica Arts on August 8th through 10th. We hope to see some of you back for this event. I would also like to thank everyone at the Westport Library for their behind-the-scenes work on this series. A quick little logistical announcement to all the youth participating. Ask questions. We love to see your creativity in action, but if you have a technical question or would like to see a crafting shortcut or technique, speak up. We're happy to help, and it's the best way to learn. Now, it is our pleasure to highlight staff at the library who have exceptional STEAM passions and talents. Sharon Cooper is one such person. She has been creating beaded jewelry for nearly 10 years. It was while working at the Westport Library that she developed her passion for beading and design. On her lunch breaks, Sharon would often browse the extensive collection of books on jewelry making. And from these books, some of which we have in the front and you're welcome to look at before you leave today and even check out, and a one-hour class at a beading store, Sharon honed her skills and created novel necklaces. So please, Sharon.
Thank you, Margaret. And I just want to say I'm so excited to be here today to share my passion for beading and creating jewelry with you. First, let me just say, this is the book that started it all for me.
Power on her green mic.
When
Green. Can you power on the green mic?
a little technical.
No, just hang on. It's right here. Got it. Once I see it, it's right here. There you go.
Okay. So when this book crossed my desk, I fell in love with this necklace and said, I have to learn how to make this. So as Margaret mentioned, in addition to browsing through all of our beautiful design, I took a one-hour class.
Hard restart. Hold one moment.
Welcome to the Westport Library. Today's program will begin momentarily. Supported by Verso Studios, created locally and shared with the world.
Welcome to the third workshop in this summer's Camp Explore series of STEAM programs. I'm Margaret Pastel, and Diana Granata is on the floor with me, Youth Service Librarians at the Westport Library. And it is my pleasure to be here today with you and our presenter, Sharon Cooper, for a jewelry making workshop. I would also like to thank Bud and Roz Siegel, whose generous support makes Camp Explore possible. Thanks to the Siegels, we are able to present Camp Explore workshops this summer, covering a wide range of topics. The remaining workshop is what I like to call our physics workshop, circus performance, and a workshop with Matica Arts on August 8th through 10th. This is bodies in motion through space. Definitely physics, but a little bit different. We hope to see some of you back for this event. I would also like to thank everyone at the Westport Library for their behind-the-scenes work on this series. Quick little logistical note, ask questions. We love to see your creativity in action, but if you have a technical question or would like to see a shortcut or a technique, speak up. That's what we're here for, and it's a great way to learn. It is our pleasure to highlight staff at the Westport Library who have exceptional STEAM passions and talents. Sharon Cooper is one such person. She has been creating beaded jewelry for nearly 10 years. It was while working at the Westport Library that she developed her passion for beading and design. On her lunch breaks, Sharon would often browse the extensive collection of books on jewelry making, a sample of which we have down here. You're welcome to look and even take them out after this class. So, from these books and a 1-hour class at Beading Store, Sharon honed her skills and created novel necklaces. I'm very pleased to present Sharon.
Thank you. Thank you, Margaret. Hi, everyone. I'm really thrilled to be here today to share my love of beading with you and to introduce you to some of the techniques to create pieces in the future. This is the book that started it all for me. When I came across this book, I fell in love with this necklace and said, I have to learn how to make it. So I browsed through all of our books and realized I needed some hands-on experience, which I got through that 1-hour class. At that class, I learned the basics, how to design your piece, how to create a pendant or the focal point of your necklace, and then how to close the piece. So 3 basic skills. And from that point on, I created a myriad of necklaces and decided to call my line of jewelry Novel Necklaces, in part to honor the fact that I learned this all at the library, or it started at the library, and also because I like to think that most of my pieces are novel and unique. So those 3 skills that I just mentioned to you, you will be learning today. But we'll get to that in just a minute. I just want to give you a 30-second, no longer, walk through beading through history. So through the earliest civilizations, people like to adorn themselves, whether it be with headdresses or necklaces. Our early ancestors would use those elements that were in nature. So they would use seeds, shells, even stones. Moving right along, oops, sorry. Okay, and then moving right along to the early Roman Empire. And you can see the beginning of the use of gold and semi-precious stones. So as a result of these materials, jewelry became a sign of one's social status and wealth. Okay, promise 30 seconds, that's it. So now let's move to contemporary designs. I'd like to share with you some of what inspires me when I create jewelry. So living in Connecticut, I love the change of seasons, and I decided to create pieces of jewelry that reflect each season. So I would see icicles growing from my roof during the winter storms, and I created a piece that reminded me of snow and ice. And then I just love those spring colors that you see on the cherry blossom trees. So I created one that is spring colors. And come summertime, I love jumping into a swimming pool, so I created what I call Splash. And then the fall foliage is also in tribute to those gorgeous colors we see in autumn. So, in addition, nature inspires me. I love the aquas and the blues that you might see in the Caribbean, the exquisite colors that you see in a rainbow, and I am enthralled by the pinks and the oranges and yellows that you'll see at a sunrise or sunset. But in addition, there are serendipitous events that inspire me. So when COVID was in the news every day, I decided to make a COVID buster necklace. All those nasty spike proteins, I decided to try to create that in my COVID buster. When I lost one of my favorite earrings, I decided to use the mate to create my lost earring necklace, which is now one of my favorite necklaces. And I remember going to an event and I saw an amazing fruit platter and floral displays, so I created fruit necklaces, and I have a whole line of different floral necklaces. But to be honest with you, I get most of my inspiration from browsing in a beading store. And there's such a vast array of beautiful beads, so towards the end I'll share with you some of the best places to go for beading supplies. Okay, so in terms of designing your necklace, one of the first things you want to think about is what style of necklace do I want? So a typical length is called the choker, and that falls pretty high up on your collarbone. Typically a choker necklace is about 15 inches long. The next length, also very popular, is called the princess length. And that is about 18 inches long, and that falls high up on your chest. The other lengths are called either the matinee length, the opera length, or a lariat, and those can be anywhere from 22 to 40 inches long. In addition to length, you want to think about your color scheme. Colors that are next to each other in the color wheel are called analogous colors, and they tend to be more harmonious. They blend well together. Colors that are opposite each other are called complementary, and they tend to be vibrant, they're bold, things will stand out more. But I always like to say that there is no right or wrong to colors. It's really what appeals to you. You're the designer. And one other thing that I like when designing a piece is to create a focal point, which will be the pendant. It always draws your eye. It creates a sense of pop to your necklace. Additionally, I like to use spacers. And spacers are small, round metal beads, or they can be discs, and you intersperse them throughout your beads just to break up the monotony of a straight line of beads. And we'll be using those today also. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the materials and tools that we'll be using. Everybody will be given 24 inches of flexible beading wire, okay? Even though the necklace we'll be making will be shorter, it's really helpful to have surplus wire. It's much easier to manipulate. Everybody will be given a round nose pliers. Well, I'm sorry, I should say each desk will have a round nose pliers, so we may have to share, a flat nose pliers, and a wire cutter. In addition, everybody will have we'll be getting a lobster claw, a jump ring and some chain, a head pin and a small bead, crimp beads, clips, and goggles. And I will tell you when to put on the goggles because at one point we'll be cutting a stiff wire, and those pieces tend to fly. So it's really important to put on the goggles. Now, in addition, I call this the BBF, a beader's best friend. That is the bead board, and all of you have them at your table. What's so great about a bead board is that you can lay out your piece. You can see, do you like it? Do you want to change it around? Before you even start putting in the wire, you lay out your entire piece. There are 3 ridges in the board. That's if you were making a triple strand necklace. But today we'll just be making a single strand, so you'll be using the outermost ridge. And what I like to do is I start in the center where you see the 0, and then you build along the sides. And once you have it all laid out, and you, the designer, gives your approval, you like it, then you can start to do the stringing the wire. And again, I like to start at the middle and build up along the sides, maybe doing 2 inches on one side, then 2 inches on the other. And you'll be given clips. So as you work on one side, you can put the clip on the other side because beads tend to roll off. And at the, we also will have a mirror here. So once your piece is basically complete and you've put on the clips, and it's important with the clips that you make sure to get it into a flat part. They're little grooves. If you don't have it secure, your beads may roll off. And we'll have a mirror, so you can come up and take a look and see how it looks. Okay? So, let me just... Okay, so now if we could just focus on my hands, or over here. Okay. So now you're probably anxious to see the beads that we'll be working with today. So we had a hard time selecting from so many different types, but we picked out 2 that we thought would appeal to everyone. These black beads, or both sets of beads, are glass. They're 8 millimeters in diameter. And the black are called Aurora. I think it's short for Aurora Borealis. And they have this beautiful iridescence to them. The white it's a milky white, and they're called Rainbow. And they also have this beautiful iridescence. So we will be giving everybody packets of beads. They're in sets of 12. So you can make a necklace that will contain 48 beads. You might want it a little bit shorter. The beads that you don't want, you can give back to Margaret. And you will decide if you want to make a necklace that's all in one tone, okay? Or maybe you want to make a necklace that's combining the white and the black beads. It's your call, but you will need to think about when you come up to get the packets for Margaret and Diana, what type of combination you want. So if you want it all in one color, you'll ask for 4 sets of the same. Maybe you want to do 3/4 in one color, 1/4 in the other? Okay. So you'll let us know what you'd like. In addition, we have 3 pendants for you to choose from. So one is an abalone heart. The other is a silver shell. And we have a silver skull. Okay? So again, that's your choice. You'll also pick out, if you'd like to use the spacers, and you can pick out up to 10 spacers. Okay, so once you pick out your beads and your pendant and your spacers, you'll come back to your desks. And we won't start yet taking out the beads. The first thing we're going to do is learn how to wrap the pendant. Okay, so, and then we'll take it each step from there. I'm sorry?
I want them to come get their pendants now.
Well, why don't they come up and get the pendants, the beads, and the spacers? Okay, so let's beading begin.
Just pick it. They're all the same, honest and true. You get 4 of these, you need 4 of these. You need a total of 4. Pick 4 packets. All of these, some of these, you can pack it in half, whatever you want. Okay, you're on the other side. When you get one pendant, just one.
You know, you might want to pick up your beading board so you can put everything in it.
Yes, you can. They're all the same. I counted out 12 in each. You can get combination of total of 4 packets. Half you trade at your table. You're all set.
Worry about me, I'll move out of the way.
Should we take our beads out of the pocket?
Not yet. Okay,
I
because
love your necklace. Did you make it?
it's this necklace. Yeah.
So pretty.
Yeah, you can take out these books, you know. It's such a great thing to browse through. But, I like the spacers the best.
It's very difficult to open your lid. Try not to spill anything.
We can start. Okay. Okay, everyone, so the first thing we're going to do is learn how to wrap the pendant. And this is actually what we want to do, which is to create a loop here so that we can attach that to our necklace. So the first thing, if you would look in your container for, this is called the head pin, okay? So it's just looks like a needle, okay? Good, everybody have their head pin? Okay,
They can't see it if you hold it a little lower. They can see it.
like this?
Keep going. Perfect.
Okay. You should also have a small bead in your container. Does everybody have that? Like this? Okay. Okay. Okay, so put the bead onto your head pin like this. Okay, do you see that? Yeah. Okay. Usually you don't need to put the bead on the head pin, but we discovered last week that our pendant pieces had bigger holes than we thought. So as a result, we decided this will keep it in place, okay? And then take your pendant and you'll put the head pin with the bead on it, just like this. You don't see it?
I didn't see it.
Okay, so you have your head pin and you have the little bead on the bottom. Okay, now take your pendant and just, the whole, did you have your bead on the bottom?
It's too big.
Let me take a look.
It goes right there.
Okay, you know what, Margaret, do we have some more of the head pins? Some of the head pins may be a little smaller.
I put my bead here.
Okay, let's see. That's the thing, often, well, yeah, some of them are a little,
Try these. Also, Sharon, you need to put your stuff on the board or on the display. Don't hold it where you're holding it,
okay.
okay?
Oh.
We just need a better view of what's going on. That's wrong. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, I found some.
Try these.
Okay, let's see.
Do those work?
Let's just see. Good, you got a good one.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, hers don't. Oh, it's not straight. It's okay.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, some of the tops are not very,
So then you put the thing on
Yeah, now
my skull.
your skull. Okay, yes, see, now it's secure.
Stop rolling
And you put your bead on the bottom? Good, so now you're secure?
Oh, it's a very nice skull.
Yeah,
Look how funny he is. He's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Okay,
He's spinning. He's a very good dancer.
okay. Okay, so you're good. Everybody else is?
working?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
So this is what you're supposed to do.
Yes, and you can do the shell either way, you know, if you wanted to.
Okay.
You could turn it around.
If I put it like this, like, will it end up like looking like this? Or-
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. See if you like it. This is the other way. See if you like that.
Did you make your necklace?
I did. That was
so
Oh,
pretty.
thank you. So here's how it would look the other way.
Yeah, I like this.
Okay, so you're all set. Okay. All right.
this as the focal point, just for showing them.
Sure.
So just make sure.
Oh, yeah, okay, so you want it here. Okay,
Just, yeah. So
right
the
here.
focus right there.
Okay.
No?
I want it here, otherwise.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I need
like
you to
here?
reach in or to the side.
Okay, do it on the side.
Yeah.
Like here?
Not at the edge.
Okay, I got it. Okay, so now everybody has their head pin with the bead and your pendant, right? So if you have the round nose pliers, you can use that. If you don't, it's fine. You can use the flat nose pliers, okay? I'm sorry, what is that? Okay. So take your pliers, and you're going to put it approximately, is this okay? Does everybody see? Yep. A quarter of an inch above your pendant, and take the wire and fold it towards you. Okay, you want to create maybe a 90-degree. You can't see it? Okay, so you're going to create it a 90-degree angle towards you, and now holding the plier, try to wrap, oops, and sometimes you'll drop it, but try to wrap it around so that you're creating a loop. Now this is probably the toughest part today because these wires are a little bit, they're a little hard to manipulate, but keep trying to just wrap it around. And this one is giving me a bit of a hard time. So I'm actually going to start over and use a different one. Okay. So I have to cut my wire, and I'm putting on my goggles. Okay. Okay. So insert the head pin with the bead. And now I'm going to take the pliers, about a quarter of an inch above, wrap it towards me, and then wrap it around, keep going around. Okay? And then you'll have some surplus left, and we'll be trimming that in a little while. Does everybody have that? Do you want me to do that again? I'll come down and help, sure. Sure, okay. Let me come here. Okay, so did you get that? Okay.
I couldn't see.
Okay, so what you want to do in your right hand, you want to put it right here, okay? And the skulls are a little tricky because they move around. And you're going to try to bend it towards you, okay? So you want to put your finger there, bend it towards you. Do you want it, okay, now wrap it around.
Get another pin.
You want another pin? Okay, and you're going to keep going around. Okay?
Wow.
Yeah, it's a little tough. And then you can try to even this out a little bit. Okay?
Excuse me. Whenever I'm starting to wrap it off, this ball keeps falling off the.
Oh, it falls off?
Yeah. She's got the wrong pin.
Let me get you a pin. So if we could get another.
Sure, I got them.
Okay, now I'm going to put on the glasses because to get this off.
Do I cut this like this?
Well, you will, but not yet because I really want to instruct you on how to cut it. And let's see, do we have our wire? Yeah, here's our wire cutter. See what? Oh, see. Okay, so we're off.
So get another pin.
Okay, let's take your bead, let's see if this is a better one. Okay.
I also
here.
have more beads.
Okay, this feels nice and secure. Okay, so why don't you put it in, do it the way that you'd like. Okay, so you're set. And another head pin. Okay, we have a few here. Did you try these?
I had a question and I'll
Yes.
do the pins. You finish this so you can show everybody at the table.
And, okay.
And then I bend it towards me.
Yeah, do it a little here. You want to put the, right, like right there. Let's see, a little. Open it up just a little bit. Okay, good. And take it to 1/4 inch. Okay, now, bend this towards you, the wire part towards you. Good, okay. Now try to wrap it around. Wrap it around here. Let's see. Okay, so so you want to wrap around like that. Okay. And then you keep going around. Okay. This one, it's a little hard to do. Okay. Okay. Okay, and we'll trim that. Okay. Now, okay, so now you want to put it about 1/4 inch above. Okay, good. Okay, now a little further down. Okay, now squeeze tight. Now with your other hand, move this. Okay. Let's see.
Have the round one, right?
Okay.
And what you're supposed to do is wrap it around the pliers. That's it exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and keep wrapping. Okay. Till you see you have a loop there. Okay. Does everybody else?
I don't know how to get this off because I did it wrong.
Okay, so put on the goggles. Okay.
Mad scientist.
Okay. And let's take the wire cutter. Okay. And, oh, this is the wire cutter. Okay, here you go. And cut it right there. Let's see. So now let's just do another. Okay.
I like it this way.
And now here, let's see if, so put that on the bead and, okay, and now put your, okay. Yeah. It's, good. So now, use your round plier.
Like right here.
Yeah, but, okay. Now, bend with your other hand, okay? And keep the round, you want to keep it in here. Okay. And you want to, see, go around like that. Okay. Okay.
That makes sense now.
And here's your loop, okay?
Thank you.
Sure. Okay. And leave that because I'll be instructing you on how to. Okay. Oh, you did it.
I did.
Yeah, you did. Perfect. And we'll be trimming this shortly, okay? Okay, very good. And let's see. How you doing? You did it too, and you even trimmed it, right?
No.
No, oh, you didn't trim it. Oh,
I double wrapped it.
You doubled. That's excellent. Okay. So, one more?
Help over here.
Okay.
Yeah, we just want to make sure we're doing it right.
Okay. And do you want your heart like this, or do you want the heart the other way? Because you could also do it like this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, so what you want to do is put your round nose plier about 1/4 inch, right? Okay. And now you're going to bend this part. Do you want, okay. And then you take it in, let's let's see, here. Okay, so holding that, you wrap it around. Okay, all right, and there you go. You have your loop. Okay, and you're ready to trim. And are you okay? Well, it's a little off, so let's see if we can salvage this. Let me just see here. I don't know if this, nope, I think we're going to have to, let's see, I'll take your wire cutter. Okay. Okay. There we go. And I think we need another pin for you, so let's see. Just need an extra head pin. Okay.
Okay, I'll get it.
Oh, okay. I'll be right with. How you guys doing?
We need you to look at it and see how we did.
Okay. This is the toughest part, is the head pin. So once you do this, the other part is easy. Let's see. Hopefully this one will be a good size. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's see. We need the round nose, or do you have a round nose?
Right here.
Oh, okay. And, oh, this is your piece, right? Okay. So we put it 1/4 of an inch. You fold it towards you and then try to wrap it around, okay? And you have, okay? And then we'll be ready to trim. Okay, and we just want to.
So I just put on the goggles now?
Well, when I go up and we'll put on the goggles. Okay.
So
I broke my headband, so that's.
Okay, so
we'll make you a little loop.
yes.
I broke my headband. Can I have another one, please?
Okay, do we have the round nose here, or? Okay. Oh, okay, this is actually flat, but let's see. It's okay, you know what, we were short on them, so.
Yeah.
So you want to give a little bit more, let's see if I can do this one. Okay.
You guys satisfied?
So here, and then you wrap it towards you, okay? And then you keep going around. Use the kind of, you know, end of the, oops, oh boy. Okay, so we, did you have the bead, or do we have a bead here?
Oh, we could put a bead.
Oh, not one of those. We need another one. Somehow we lost your bead there. Let me just see if we have. Margaret, you ready? I was just helping here, but we need okay, and we need another.
Oh, is it this
Another thin bead.
That one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. I didn't realize I needed that.
Oh yeah. Okay, so let's put that on.
I did not know that. came
Okay.
first. Okay.
Yes. And then here.
All right.
Okay. And then we'll just, you put it about 1/4 of an inch, okay? You bend it towards you, okay? And then wrap it around.
That's a lot easier than what I did.
Oh, okay. And then you have your loop, okay?
Okay.
And then we'll trim this part in just a second.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay. And you guys are okay here?
I need you to look at it.
Okay.
please. So we wrapped it, but then I don't think we went sideways, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little lopsided. I don't know if we can salvage this.
Maybe.
You have your loop.
This is the toughest part.
Twist this around. It's a wee bit loose from the top of your heart.
Okay, that's back to where we started looping.
Okay. See, here, it's,
So we're trying to anchor it and create. Yeah, I think that's salvageable.
okay, so
Yes.
about 1/4 of an inch. Try to wrap it around
Well, I wanted to, I did that deliberately to
Okay.
mimic the shape of.
And then around the shank, so around.
A little bit,
Okay.
yes.
So up and around, and
Up
then
and around.
in a 90-degree.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay, so, and we'll be trimming this in a moment.
Thank you.
Okay.
That was very helpful.
Okay, to be continued. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, so-
I got it rolled, but can you like help me trim it?
okay, I'm going to instruct everybody on the trimming. Okay. Okay, everybody, I promise you that's the hardest part, okay? So now, take your trusty goggles. And you're going to take the wire cutter. Okay, hold the piece in one hand. Take your wire cutter and get it as close as you can to the edge of your loop, okay? Does everybody feel comfortable with that? In your other hand, with your thumb and forefinger, grasp the end of the wire, okay? And then just snip, okay? And now, okay, so here, now I have my loop. I've snipped off the piece. And I can show, do you need to see this again?
Yes, slowly.
Okay, I'm gonna borrow somebody's piece to snip. Is there somebody who wants to? Okay, I'll snip your piece. I can bring the piece up here. Would you rather I bring it up?
I can't snip it.
Okay.
I can't.
You can't snip it?
No, I can't snip. Oh, never mind. I got it.
Okay.
I snipped it.
Okay. Okay. Put on the glasses.
Nice and slow, and if you show the camera here.
Okay. So here, you already snipped part of it off, right? It looks like part was snipped. So, no? Okay, so it's just a little piece here. I'm going to put my index finger against it because I don't want it to fly into David's eyes. So I'm going to hold it right here. Try to hold it as close as you can to the end. And now I have just a nice plain loop here. Okay?
Okay, just place it down. That's it. That's good. Hold it, just leave it there. There we go. Here it is. Okay, that'll do us.
Okay. Let me give her. Okay, here's your skull. Okay.
Owie. Come on. Why is the cup in the center of the
I'm sorry?
Why is the cup in the center? Oh, it's in the complete center. So aesthetic. It's beautiful. I love your cup, by the way. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I should take my cup out. Okay. Let me just get a pair of goggles here. Oh, you're finished? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so. Okay, so here there's just a little piece left there. So I'm going to just try to get it there. This is pretty hard.
Yeah.
But let's see. So you just have to keep playing with it till you can get a good grasp. And then, let's see. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay. Alrighty. Yay!
So you want to move on?
Yes. These are yours? Thank you. Okay. Okay, guys, you were great. That was the hardest part. Now you can start with the fun part. You can start to lay out your piece. Put your pendant right in the middle by the 0. And now start designing, okay? So decide what type of pattern you want to use. And as I said, I like to start at the middle, do maybe 4 beads on one side, 4 beads on the other, and you'll watch it grow, okay? And then when it's all laid out, and don't forget to use your spacers, then you'll just give it the visual okay. If you like the way it looks, great. You'll be ready to start stringing. If not, you can make adjustments. Does anybody have any questions with this part?
Sharon?
Yeah.
They're not using the string now. Tell them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely. Don't start stringing yet, okay? Just design. And I'll be coming around because if you have any questions, and here's the other one, which is a different design. Just oh, spaces are over here. Okay, and you can pick like 10 spacers.
It's not empty. Then I'm not going to take it.
So 15 inches is your basic choker. So you would do 7.5 on each side, up to the 7.5 marking, okay?
So is a choker like that?
Yeah, I mean, yes, that's where it would come to.
Okay,
Yeah.
like this?
Well, you know what, can you take that off? Does that have a catch or is that just?
It has a thing.
Okay, and then you can measure that and see and create that exact same length of the. Okay, so let's put that right along here. Let's see.
That's small.
Okay, so this looks like it's about, what do you have? Oh, you know what, if we have an empty bead board, let me do it on an empty bead board, which, let's try this one here. I'll just move this for now. 7. Okay. So that looks like it's 6. Yeah, this one is about 18 inches.
Okay.
Okay. There you
Probably
go.
make it like a little longer. So,
Sure, and we're giving you chain also, so you know.
so then I'll just do 7. Like
Sure.
7.5.
Another 3
Okay.
here, I guess. Oh, wait, 3, 2, 3, 2. This could be 3.
That's good.
And that 2? Okay. Okay.
Everybody good here? Also, I have an extra here that I made if anybody needs.
2, 4.
How are you doing? Oh, very pretty. Did you take spacers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just trying to place this space.
What a cool design.
So cool. It's beautiful.
So before, okay, good, you're not stringing yet.
Is this gone? Yeah.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
No, I'm teasing. Oh, pretty.
So how long should this be?
The 48 that you gave them,
That's going to be longer than you necessarily need. This is probably about 15 inches long, but you guys all have pretty small necks, so you might even, we're giving you chain, so I would suggest go up to maybe 14 or 15
Inches.
inches, yeah.
So
That's 7 on each side.
they should go up to here.
Okay.
Okay? You might want to make an announcement.
Are we supposed to put spacers here? Kidney sticks? And
Oh, that's a really good question. So you can put spacers there.
oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, that would, that would look fine. Yeah, that's a good place.
I have an extra one. Can I keep it?
I was just wondering if I should, I should put spacers here or put spacers at the end.
I think this sometimes lays a little bit better if it's next to a bead. So,
Yeah,
maybe put the spacers there. Okay.
I have an extra bead. Can I just keep it?
Well, the extra beads, I think Margaret said she'd like them back. So,
Okay.
can I set stringing?
I'll take it back in a moment.
okay, yeah. Let me just make that announcement. All right, everybody. I just want to mention that you don't have to use all the beads. You might, if you want your necklace to be a little smaller, don't use all of them. Go up to maybe 14 inches. That would be 7 on each side of your board. We're also giving you chain so you can extend the necklace if you wanted to wear it longer. So if you have extra beads, Margaret will take them back. But if you like your design and you're ready to start, go right ahead. I generally like to start in the middle. So take your flexible wire, put your pendant on it, and then start building from each side. Okay? When you're working on one side, put the clip on the opposite side because the beads, will often start to roll off. Okay? Okay.
Is this long enough?
Oh, this will probably, let's see, you have here 8 inch. This will probably be longer than a choker. So,
How long should I get it to be like a princess?
you want a princess? Well, then do this length. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I do it like this?
Yeah, okay, so let's turn your beadboard this way so that it's facing you, okay? And what I like to do is, so here's what I suggest. I like to start at the middle, okay? So put your pendant on first. Okay. Oops. Did not. Okay. And we have a lot of extra wire, which we'll be trimming at the end. Okay, so let's put this on one side. And let's start beading from this side, okay? And you can do maybe 2 inches. Okay, then you'll put the clip on the other side, and you'll start working on that side. And then you keep going from side to side. Okay?
Wait, so I start with this side and then I put the clip on that side then?
Yeah, so maybe do 2 inches on this side, okay? Put the clip on this side, do 2 inches on that side, okay?
She put her clip right at the end.
You can do that, sure, yeah. Okay. And then have you laid out your other side yet?
No, I feel like I'm going around. I
I'm going all the way until, and then,
Okay, you can do it that way.
I'm going
Sure.
all the way to 6 and then going to the other side.
Okay.
I don't know. Like 6 is a bit
No,
So are you ready to start stringing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
I don't know really how to do it.
Okay, so what you want to do, I like to start in the middle. So take your pendant, okay. Okay, and then you lay it here. And you try to just have it like an equal distance. So some people like to start, on one side, put all the beads on. I generally start in the middle, but you can do it however you like. So if you're doing it this way, you'll put on, maybe do 2 inches or so, and then put your clip on this side, and then build 2 inches on the other side. And then I go back and forth. But you can also do all on one side, whatever you like.
Wait, but how do you use the clips?
Sure. So you just make sure, like if you're going to build on this side, so you have your clip over here, you just put it here because you don't.
Oh, so
okay?
it doesn't get pulled.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Okay. And oh, this is a collaborative piece?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I think we're going to have the kids do it this way.
Caitlin and Jackie from Bradford.
Yes.
They can crimp their wire together. One can hold and the other one can twist.
Oh, okay.
And then if you do it this way, you don't have to clip it in. The person is stopping it from...
Hey, I never thought of that, but then again, I don't work with a partner. But yeah, no, that's smart.
Again, I didn't know.
The only issue, then they'll make 2 necklaces.
Right, right. They'll each make
Okay,
their own.
okay.
So that's
Yeah,
sure the way.
yeah, sure.
Which package?
The head package of the pins.
Now, we're also giving everybody chain. So we'll be putting the chain on. Yeah. Put that down.
Okay. Should we put the chain on to give? Yeah.
There's no harm in having chain. So. But don't progress to that part yet because I have to show you how to do the crimps. Oh, you're almost all ready. Great. Did you want to take a look in the mirror, see how it looks, or? You're good? Okay.
Do you want to check because of the length? I thought you wanted a shorter one. So you put a clip
Yeah,
on both
as
sides.
close. Really
Or
good.
did you want the longer one?
Okay. And what we're going to try to do is when we move to the next part, try to move this so that it's more balanced. Let's just, let's just do this. Let's let it slide a bit here.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. I want a little more wire on this. Yeah. Okay, so now it's balanced, yeah. Okay, so now, okay. Okay, there you go, if you want to go see how it looks. Okay. Let me just mention that part.
If you want to, before you do any of that, flip it and you can go look at the mirror.
Hi, everybody. I just want to mention, try to have your necklace balanced so that there's an equal amount of space on both sides. Because when we do the closure in just a few minutes, it's just a lot easier if you have enough surplus on each edge. Okay?
Would you also recommend they work over the table? Because if they let the beads slip, it will go on the table and not the floor.
Oh, they should work over their board.
Yeah, tell them.
Okay. Yeah, everybody, it's also important to work over your board because if the beads slip, at least they're on your board and they're not going to go rolling all over the floor. Okay?
Should I put spacers at the end?
You can. You won't really see them at the end,
yeah.
but if you'd like to, you can.
I don't think I will then.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Sure. Oops. So you're making a longer one, right? You're making the kind of princess
Yeah, I'm
like.
making a princess.
Great. Okay. Do we think we're ready to move on, or still?
Couple who are
Okay.
just,
Sure.
I think it's William who's taking his time.
I'm sorry.
She has a question.
Yeah.
How do I put this?
Okay. So I'm going to instruct everybody in that in just a minute. Okay.
Do you like it?
Oh, it's beautiful. Do you like it?
Yes.
Oh no!
Oh.
Did we lose it? You caught it. Did you lose one bead?
Okay.
That was really ninja. We have 10 extra minutes because we started late with
Okay.
the technical snafu. So
Okay.
we have
Oh,
10
good.
minutes.
So how are we
extra.
running? I mean, because we're
I have to
all
go check my.
okay. So is it okay if we move ahead before
It's already 11:15.
he's ready?
If you're ready to move on, we're ready to move on. Most people are checking for size.
Okay. Okay. How
I forgot we used to love this when I was younger too.
okay.
Wait for my little girl to be big enough to make jewelry.
Are you ready to start stringing? Well, you don't need to do every single one, right?
It just feels weird to have three here. It feels like I use more beads of this color than that.
That's the very last.
I mean, that's up to you.
So this table is still, beading. So if I wait, maybe it's just a few more minutes. Because
So why don't you go up again and try and show them the
wrapping?
the wrapping again. Just say, while everybody's just say out loud, while everybody's working,
okay.
I want to show how to wrap.
So I need some more pins.
I put a whole bunch of pins here,
Okay.
and here's the little bead.
Okay.
And you can always ask them to focus in on your hands,
Okay.
so you can demonstrate it. And you can take any of these that you want. Sometimes your hand was covering what you were doing.
Yeah. Okay. We'll do one of these. Okay. I found those guys hard to do. Okay.
So just say that you're going to demonstrate this again while everybody
Okay.
finishes their beading design.
Okay. So I'm just going to demonstrate while you're working, just in case you wanted to see, once again, how to wrap the how to wrap the pendant, because that was the trickiest part. So, so you take your head pin, you put your, this is just a review. If you're still working, go right ahead, but since it was pretty tricky to do. Okay, so with your round nose pliers, you hold it towards the end of the pliers, about 1/4 of an inch above. You fold it towards you, and then you wrap it around one side of the pliers. And you keep wrapping a few times, okay, until you have a loop. And then you just want to trim it. And when you trim it, you want to hold that little edge, and you get your wire cutter as close as you can to the loop, and you have it. Okay? Do you want one more wrap, or are we? You can't see it? No, it's not on the screen. Oh, that's right. So could you focus on here, Travis? No, it's David. Oh, David, okay. Oh, good, okay. So take your head pin, put the bead on the bottom. Over the pad a little bit more. Over the pad, like here? Perfect. Okay. Lovely. Okay. With the round nose pliers, you want to go 1/4 of an inch above the bead, fold it towards you at a 90-degree angle, and just wrap it around one side of the plier, and go a few times. Okay, I have my loop. I straighten it out, and then time to trim it. Okay, and I want to go as close as I can to my loop, and you snip. Okay? Everybody get that? Okay. So are we ready to move on to the next part, or are we still? Okay. Margaret? Margaret, should I move on to now that? Okay, and I'll go over it again. Okay, so everybody, now we're going to learn how to secure your necklace, and that's by using the crimp beads. And the crimp beads are really tiny, and they often get lost. They're these small metal little tubes, okay? Does everybody have their 2 crimp beads? Okay. So now, take off one clip from one side of your necklace, and you want to make sure that you have an equal amount of wire on both sides, okay? You have that? Okay. So, you take a crimp bead, and you put it on. Okay, and now we'll do the lobster claw side first, okay? Take your lobster claw, okay, and you put it on right after the crimp bead. Okay, does everybody have that? So first you want to put on your crimp bead, okay? And after you have your crimp bead on, you're going to put your lobster claw on. So it should It should look like this. Crimp and lobster claw. Okay. Now what you want to do is take the end of your wire and go back into your crimp. So we're creating like a loop, okay? And then go through a few beads, okay? Maybe 2 or 3 beads so that it comes out between your beads. Okay, and it should look like this. You have a loop, okay? And then I'm going to pull it until my loop is maybe 1/4 of an inch, okay? It should look like this. Let me just get the wire out of the way, okay? Do you see that? I can do that again. Is there anybody who wants me to do it again? Do it again? Sure. So I'm going to do it on the other side. Let me just see here a sec. You know what, I'll just need one more lobster claw. Okay. Here, I'll just take it out. Okay, I'll take it out. Okay, so first, I put on the crimp bead, then I put on the lobster claw. Okay. Then take the end of your wire and insert it back through the crimp bead. You're creating a loop, and then also insert it through a few beads, maybe 2 or 3 beads, okay? And you're going to pull it out, and you're going to see that you have a loop, okay? And that loop you want to be about 1/4 of an inch, okay? And this is what it should look like. I'll come around and see how you're doing with that. Anybody have a, okay.
Okay, is this 1/4 of an inch?
Yeah, you can pull it a little, yeah. Okay, that looks good. Okay, let's see. Okay, you got your lobster claw on, let's see. Yeah, and did you pull through, where's the remains of the wire? Let's see where he is. I don't see him.
I saw 2, and
Was it here?
I saw
There, okay. So, okay, let me just see. Let's see if we just do it through. Okay, let me just see which end is here.
Everybody seems to be at this spot again, Sharon, so if you want to do another demonstration up on the big screen, that would be helpful.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you know what? Okay. I would like, let's see if we can move this here a bit. See, we don't have too much space here, so I'm going to try to move this down a little bit. Okay. So, okay. What we're trying to do is have like an equal distance, and I wanted to give you more space here. Okay, let's do it like this. And here, so let's just keep. Okay, I'm going to just, okay, so here, we're going to put it back through here and get it through. One, let's see if we can get it through another. Two, let's do one more. Okay, three. No, we actually want, the loop should be about 1/4 of an inch.
But
Surplus?
your line should be
Oh, your line should be,
tight to the bead.
give it a little bit of flexibility. Yeah, so, okay, just want to pull this through. This one is strange. This doesn't want to come through. Okay, let's just do this here. Okay. Okay, so this is fine. We can just do it through one.
Cut it off.
Not yet. Okay, we're not going to start cutting yet. So let's see.
So are we supposed to have the bead all the way up to the crimp?
No, you want to have a little bit of space there because otherwise your necklace is going to be really tight.
Okay.
Okay, you want to have a little bit of give.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, so. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're ready to crush the crimp. Okay? Okay, so now we're ready to crush the crimp, okay? So take your flat nose pliers, okay? And that's the one, if you put your finger on it, it's gonna feel flat inside. Okay. I'm sorry? So you have your flat nose plier? Okay. And you want to go towards the middle of the plier, and you're going to just press really hard. We can't see it. Press really hard, and so you're flattening out the crimp, okay? So here you can see I took the tube, I crushed it, and now it's a flat piece of metal. I'll do another crimp here. Okay. Well, you know what? I think I do have one here. Maybe I'll do this one here. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Okay, here's the loop. No, didn't go through. Okay, let's just. Okay, so you take the flat nose pliers.
Slowly.
Actually, this is not, it's not in. Okay, making the loop. Okay, let's see. temperamental one here. Okay, here we go. Okay. Take the flat nose plier.
Well, one second.
Sure.
Let me get to the point where I can actually see you do it.
Okay, can you see that?
1 second. Just try and keep it as still as you can. When you do it. There we go. All right. Just keep it in that spot.
Okay.
All right. And just, there we go.
Then I'm going to, towards the middle, and I'm going to smash it. And now,
Go. And hold it steady.
okay.
Just to see it flow.
Okay, we were just redoing I did another crimp to show him, but now I'll move ahead to,
The second crimp for everybody?
yes.
They're ready.
Okay. So now,
Wait, what did you just do?
no, that was just a redo of the crimp, okay? Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. Okay, so let me just see what I can take off here. So I'll do one more quickly here. Okay. Okay, so now let's move ahead. You have your lobster claw attached. Now let's move to the other side. We gave everybody some chain and also a jump ring. If you don't want to use the chain, then you don't have to attach it to your jump ring. But let me show you the best way to open up a jump ring. You take it and you feel for, there should be a break. There should be an opening at some point, okay? When you find the break, and you can just feel it with your fingertip, you want to twist the jump ring towards you, okay? And you opened up the jump ring. Okay, you never want to open a jump ring by pulling it apart on each side. You want to twist one side towards you. Then you will take your chain and attach the jump ring to the chain, okay? Now with your other plier, so I'm holding it with one plier, then I'll take my other plier and I'm going to close my jump ring. And you want to bring the two pieces together and press it in. You really want to make sure that you have as tight seal as possible. So then I'm going to take my flat nose plier and I'm going to give it a kind of a squeeze to make sure that there's no opening here, okay? So you just want to make sure that your jump ring is nice and tight. Okay? Okay, so we'll get to that afterwards. Okay? So now let's do the crimp bead on your other side. Does everybody have their jump ring attached to the chain? Do you want to use the chain? If you don't want to use the chain, then don't worry. You do want to use the chain. Okay, so I'll go through that again, what you want to do. Actually, here, what we can do, I'm going to, oops, flying pieces here. Okay. All right, so you have your jump ring, and you open it up by turning one side towards you, okay? Take your chain and insert it through the last loop. And now you want to close your jump ring. So you bring the two pieces together, and you want to make sure that there's no hole. See here, I have a space, and this would create your necklace to come apart. So you want to squeeze it as close as you can get, okay, so that there's no space. And you can feel it with your finger. It should feel smooth, okay? So you take the flat nose plier, you get it towards the middle of the plier, and just squeeze. Make sure that there's really no break in the jump ring. And it should look like this. Okay? Okay, so now what we're going to do is put the crimp on the other side of your necklace, okay? So you take the other crimp bead that you have, put it on the other side. Now take your chain with your what is that? Jump ring, and you can just insert it, okay? And now do the same thing you did on the other side. And you're going to go back through the crimp bead and go through 1 or 2 beads, whatever you can manage. Your crimp broke? Okay, so we can give you another one. Okay, so now I've created that loop on the other side. I have my chain, I have my jump ring all together, and it should look like this. Okay, again, you want to leave a loop. And you want your beads to feel flexible, okay? You don't want to pull it so tight. There should be, a little bit of give so you can feel the beads moving around. Okay, and now you take your flat nose pliers, and again, you're going to smash that crimp bead. Okay, make sure it's nice and tight. And you've just completed your necklace. I have, okay. Okay, yes, so let me instruct you on how to cut the excess wire. This part you don't need your glasses for. And you're just going to go as close as you can to the last bead and just snip, okay, and it's off. Okay, so you're going to snip, and it's off. And you're beading it, your necklace should be complete. Now mine is a little different because I don't have a lobster claw on one side. I have 2 chains, but this is just the demo. Does everybody have this part? She just did it that way to show. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is, you know what? If you give me a lobster claw, I'll amend this so it looks legitimate. Okay. We have one more lobster claw. Okay, let me. Margaret, I just need a lobster claw. I'm going to.
Okay, I got one.
And then absolutely.
So when I saw this in the write-up, I thought, oh, that looks so much fun, but it said something to something grade.
Yeah.
Is it, then, but I'm noticing there's adults.
They're librarians from another. Oh, thank you. Okay. Okay, so once again, let me just instruct you on the right way to open up a jump ring. You want to twist it towards you. Now I'm taking off this chain because that was just to demonstrate. And now I'm going to close the jump ring, bring the other piece towards both pieces together. And now, with the flat nose plier, go around the widest part and just make sure that there's no gap, okay? So now this is what the completed necklace should look like.
Sharon, people are wondering if they can cut their extra string yet.
Yes, and you can cut the string, and I'll just show you once again how to do that. You want to go as close to the bead as possible and just give a snip. It should come right off. Snip. Yep. Okay, so, and once you do that, you're all done. Okay, let me see how we're doing.
Sharon,
Yeah.
rather than having people coming in to cut like this, tell them to come away from their other string.
Good point.
Could you go?
Okay. Okay, I think Margaret's been beading for years because she just made an excellent point that when you're snipping your wire, rather than, and I don't have any wire to snip right now, but rather than going in, because you could cut your wire, you want to go away from the wire. So you want to go hold your string and do it away from it rather than go into it, okay?
That's why instead of going like this. Go take a look.
Okay.
Are you all set?
I've been sitting for so long that I don't know how long I should make.
Well, you have the flexibility because you can have it as close as you like. Let's see.
Wait, I want to.
How are you doing? Beautiful. Really nice.
We're a little behind.
Oh,
She doesn't
okay.
want this, but she just wants just
Sure, the
that.
jump.
So
Okay.
it's just through the crimp bead, right?
Right, so you're going
Then I
to,
snipped the extra.
okay, so we're going to do it through here, make the loop, and then we're going to get it through a few of the beads.
I'm not sure. It was my understanding. Are your guardians coming to get you? I would wait for them to come get you. Yeah.
Okay, so
Just like saying.
here's your loop,
Okay.
okay? And now
Yeah, it's
you want to
really
take your,
Margaret's call, it's not mine. That's right.
you want to take this. Do you want to do it yourself? And you want to smash that, crush it. Make sure it's really, yeah, okay. And let's just see if that feels secure. Good. Okay, and now, yeah, give it a good,
Perfect.
okay. Wire cutter. Yes, Margaret said do it away from it, rather you want to go, yeah. Is that, okay, so just do it. It's funny, I'm not used to using the different, okay. There, and now you can do the one on.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, it's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
That's a nice length on you.
I'm good.
Did you look at it?
Sure, yeah, if you want, you can, if your guardian is here. We have some books if you wanted to browse through them, but if you're finished.
Okay, leave everything at the table. Don't take anything,
How are you doing?
Wait, where do you cut this? Because it's like got weird.
Okay, so let's see, did you? Okay, this crimp feels good. So you want to cut it like, let's see. Yeah, we can do it a little closer. Now, Margaret made a good point. It's hard for me to see with these pliers.
Do I just leave everything?
Yes.
Dang it. Because every time like I cut it, it comes on time. I also have a question.
Sure. There. Okay. Okay.
Thank you. And then how would you do this one?
Okay. Okay.
Guys, we're professionals now. I know like that. Now I can make my own beading. And I'll not be terrible. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. There you go.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Let's see.
I took mine. I'm good. This is a gift.
Okay. So we're going to, let's see. Maybe jump ring there. Let's see.
It's gorgeous.
just leave them on the table.
Okay, there we go.
Leave everything on the table, just take your finished necklace. Thank you. I gotta go.
Let's see if we can.
Thank you, everyone. That completes our workshop for today. Lovely jewelry, great necklaces. Please leave all your extra supplies and the materials on the table. Just leave with your necklace. If you need a little bit more time, we can do that as well. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. Oh, I'm so glad that you learned how to do this. And